What is your experience? Do you do you feel that people lack empathy? Do you feel that people don't understand you? I know I do. I think that goes with being human. I don't think any of us feel understood. Maybe that's what's supposed to bond us, but for some reason it seems to drive us apart. I don't think that was the plan. Who knows what the plan was? None of us were the plan maker. But in this life, you think maybe with, or at least I do, I think with, well, I feel, then I think. Anyway, I feel that with experience that, you should be able to avoid pitfalls or not make mistakes or do things different. But we all tend to fall into our pattern. And I mean, I don't know. I guess I've had a good pattern overall. I've been very lucky in life. I've been very blessed. But it also could be just because I see things that way. Perspective is everything. The way you perceive something, that's the way it is for you. That's your truth. Truth is a funny word, and how it can be skewed so just by perspective. The way I see other people isn't the way it is for them. They have their own view, their own bird's eye view. But what do these views afford? Do they afford us an opinion? Doesn't really matter. We always form an opinion. We always make one. They say opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Well, that's true. Everybody's got one. But more often than not, I feel like people try to force their opinions on others rather than being accepting of the way things are or the way we perceive things outside of ourselves. Just because you see a situation one way and they see it another doesn't mean they're wrong, and it doesn't mean you're right. How do you cross that cavern, that expanse? How do you meet that, I'm sure where there's a will, there's a way. And Lord knows if I knew all the ways, I'd spill the beans because, I think that good things ought to flourish. Good people should flourish. Good lives, good thoughts. But the balance doesn't give a shit about good or bad or anything else. Neither does the universe. We all have to reconcile that within ourselves. And what we decide, that's what counts. So make your decisions with some, advanced thought. Look into it, figure it out. Don't leap before you look. Just what I think.